everybody, and welcome to today's video. I'm going to share with you just a little bit in the beginning of this because the video that you're about to see was pre-recorded a few weeks ago, and I was trying to figure out when is the best time to share it, and I thought this weekend would be the best. I want to share with you a little bit of a background about my grandma Fanny. My mother-in-law and my father-in-law, they built a new house and then we moved into the farm. Grandma Fanny lived in with my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. She had a small little apartment, a dowdy house. A dowdy house is an Amish word for a house that had a separate little house for the parents or the in-laws. And so Grandma Fanny lived there, and I would run across the field with my children. While the children spent a lot of time with my mother-in-law, I would sneak over to Fanny's house and just enjoy some time with her. She had a rocking chair. And she gave me this rocking chair, and the time when I was very young, married woman, I didn't have a TV. So, and when I was pregnant, I would sit in the afternoon on this rocking chair and I would listen to Elizabeth Elliot, which you all know in the videos I've done in the past. And I would listen to Elizabeth Elliot while my younger children were taking naps. So this rocking chair is really important to me. This rocking chair symbolizes my grandma Fanny and all the beautiful memories that I have. I would sit on this rocking chair probably for about an hour or two, and I would listen to Elizabeth Elliot while I would rock on this old rocking chair. I think it's probably from the early 1800s. And it was Grandma Fanny's, it was her husband's parents, which I have the bedroom furniture to that. See, everything I own pretty much has a history or story. As you know, I'm very sentimental, and most of the history, it comes from my in-laws. My mom didn't save much anything. When she left the Mennonite church, my mother and father became very modern, and my mother was not a sentimental person at all, so she really didn't keep much. But my grandma Fanny, my husband's grandma, and my in-laws, they kept everything. And their whole family did. So I have so many heirlooms. But I wanted to share with you Grandma's rocking chair today. I hope you enjoy this little video, and I hope you enjoy today on a very special day my memories of the women in my life. I like to showcase a lot of things of my life. I like to showcase a lot of lessons I learned. I like to showcase the people that were very important in my life. And today I'm showcasing just another aspect of me, something that I cherish, the memories that I have. And I hope you enjoy the video. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah! Bye, everybody. And welcome to today's Heart to Heart. This is a light-hearted Heart to Heart, and I'm going to talk about grandmas and why grandmas are so important. I got to spend a lot of time with my grandchildren since they don't have school over this time. And it brought back a lot of memories to me of my grandma. Now, it's not really my grandma, it's my husband's grandma. And I'm going to share with you some stories about Fanny, and I'm going to share with you a little bit of my background. So, my grandma and grandpas on both sides of my family were very, very plain. And when Mom and Dad left the plain church, that was way before I was born, and they adopted me, they were somewhat shunned. And so Mama and Daddy really didn't have that close connection like maybe their siblings did. So I really didn't have much of a connection with my grandparents on both sides. But at the age of 17, I got married, and that's where Fanny comes in. Fanny was and will always be my grandma. Fanny, like a very best friend. She meant the world to me, and she still does. She's right here, right in my heart to stay forever. I'm going to share with you some things I never shared and show you some things I never showed you before. A lot of times people ask me about Fanny and what she looked like, you know, in her older years. And I have shared with them in the past, but it's hard for me to share what she looked like when she was older because it's so hard for me yet even to see Fanny how I remember her. So I like to share with you her older photos, but of course I do have many others of her and us together. She took me under her wing, and I was her best student. She taught me all kinds of things, and she taught me in life to stand up for myself, and she taught me what it was like to be a strong woman. Fanny was a very strong woman in her mind and in her body. Fanny wasn't a little lady, but she wasn't heavy as well. She was a solid, strong working woman. And so she is forever in my heart and in my mind. I'm sitting on Fanny's rocking chair. And she gave me this when I was 17 years old and I was pregnant with my first child. Heard about Jesus in Grandma's rocking chair, and sometimes when I'm troubled, I wish that I was there. When she sang it, his sweet love, I didn't have a care. I learned about Jesus in Grandma's rocking chair. I went to live with Grandma when I was just a kid, and if someone needed someone, I'm someone that did. She left Grandpa and Jesus with plenty of love to share, and she told me all about it in that big old rocking chair. I learned about Jesus in Grandma's rocking chair, and sometimes when I'm troubled, I wish that I was there. For when she sang of his sweet love, I didn't have a care. I learned about Jesus in Grandma's rocking chair. I used to love her hum as she went through her day, and each night at bedtime I loved to hear her pray. She taught me about heaven waiting way up there, and she first felt that feeling in Grandma's rocking chair. I learned about Jesus in Grandma's rocking chair, and sometimes when I'm troubled, I wish that I was there. For when she sang it, his sweet love, I didn't have a care. I learned about Jesus in Grandma's rocking chair. I learned about Jesus in Grandma's rocking chair, and sometimes when I'm troubled, I wish that I was there. For when she sang it, his sweet love, I didn't have a care. I learned about Jesus in Grandma's rocking chair. I lived to be 91 years old. So I did something to help me feel better. I bought each us a locket. Now, this is just a cheap old locket. She was buried with the one, and I have the other one. I only get out this locket only in times of great sorrow. I get it out in funerals, and when things happen in my life that were very sad. I wore this locket to my mother-in-law and my father-in-law's funeral. Fanny only had one child, and that was a daughter, Marion, my mother-in-law. Marion was a very close friend, but my father-in-law was even closer to me. I'm a very sentimental person. I've always been that way, and I always will be. You know, my mother's in the last stages of dementia, and though I could not see her for the last couple months, none of her family were able to see her. We did compile a video message for my mother. Now, we don't know how much my mother realizes and understands. I assume it's very minimal, and I don't think she even understands what's going on, and that does really help comfort me, because I know then my mother isn't longing for all of us, and she's not, you know, missing all of us like a normal person would who has all their mentality and their skills. So we don't know what my mom's thinking right now, and I just wanted to share with you all of my message to her. I had to do a video that was 1 minute long, and this is what I shared with her. Happy Mother's Day, everyone, from my heart to yours. Take care, and a mwah! Bye, everybody. Hi, Mom. It's your daughter, Tessie. I'm just here to wish you a very special Happy Mother's Day. I miss you dearly, and I can't wait to see you soon. But I thought it would be really great to sing you a little song. I hope you enjoy it, Mom. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. I love you, Mommy. Mwah!